Hello everyone, Jai Shri Krishna. I hope you all are doing fine and thank you all for watching my last video. Thank you all for your responses and suggestions. Honestly telling you that I didn't expect these many responses for my first video. It was more than what I expected, and thank you all for spending your time, giving your time and watching the video. I will make sure that I incorporate your suggestions in coming videos. So we will start where we left off in the last video. Sorry. In our last video we have seen how King Bharat founded the basic principle of democracy, basic principle of ruling, that no matter where you took birth, if you are not virtuous enough, you should not be the king of a state or king of a kingdom. You should be good to the people, you should be able to provide justice to the people or protect them, then only you can be a king. And he expected that kings to follow in future will follow this principle. And what happened next? It so happened that after many generations of King Bharat, King Shantanu became the king of Hastinapur. And the story of Shantanu went like this, that one day he went for hunting in a forest, and in a nearby river he saw that a beautiful lady is coming out of the river. She was so beautiful that he felt immensely attracted towards her. Hence he approached her and he introduced himself as King Shantanu of Hastinapur. The lady introduced herself as Ganga. There and then only King Shantanu expressed his desire of getting married to Ganga. And Ganga told that I don't have any problem or objection with this relation, but I have one condition. Without even knowing what is the condition, King Shantanu agreed to that condition. He said, I agree to all your conditions. He was so much in love with her. Then Ganga told that my only condition is that you will never question me or you will never stop me for doing any act. Whatever I do, you will never question me, you will never stop me. And if at all you ever breached this condition, if at all you ask me any question, I will reply to that question, then I will leave away. I will not stay with you anymore. He agreed to this condition and they both got married. At that time King Shantanu never thought what will be the consequences of this condition. So consequences started when Ganga gave birth. Ganga gave birth to their first son. She gave birth and she took her son in her arms. He went to the nearby river and flown away the son. Needless to say that King Shantanu was present. He was standing just behind Ganga and he could not stop her, because he promised not to stop her or not to question her for doing any act. He remained quiet, and now he realized what a blind promise he has made and what consequences he has to suffer now. And this continued for in total 7 sons. In total 7 sons were born out of Ganga, and she took her 7 sons one after the other, and she had flown away in the river. And King Shantanu could not say anything. At the time of the 8th son, his patience ran out, and the moment Ganga was about to flow away the 8th son also, he stopped Ganga. And he asked, why are you doing this? Because it is simply unbelievable that a mother, after giving birth to her son, flows away in the river, and that too 7 times. You please tell me what is going on. Then Ganga tells him that we both are actually living a sin, a curse. Shantanu told, what curse? Then she introduced herself, that I am actually the divine river Ganga in human form. I am daughter of Lord Brahma, who is creator of the world, and you were King Mahabharat, in the past life. Apart from being a king, he was a very good friend of Lord Indra, who is the king of all gods. So it so happened one day you were sitting in the courts of Lord Indra, and I came there with my father, Lord Brahma, and we were sitting in the same court, and we both started looking at each other. We both liked each other, we both were attracted towards each other, hence we were looking at each other. In that moment, a blow of wind came, and my cloth which I was wearing over my head and shoulder flown away. All other gods present there at that time, they bowed down their head. They didn't look at me after that, to follow the principle of modesty. But as we both were continuously looking at each other, we both never realized that all this thing happened, that wind came and my clothes flown off. So we continuously looked at each other. This got my father furious. My father, Lord Brahma, got furious, and he cursed both of us for breaching the modesty, breaching the principle of modesty. And he cursed that we both have to go to earth and live like a human being and suffer pains. Hence, we both came here and we met, and we have to suffer this pain. King Shantanu said, alright, I am fine with it, but what about those 7 children whom you have flown up? What was their sin? What story they had? So Ganga told that actually those 7 sons and this 8th, these are 8 divine bodies named as Vasu. These are 8 Vasus. These 8 divine bodies at one time tried to steal the divine cow of sage Vasisht. Sage Vasisht was teacher of Lord Ram. So these 8 divine bodies tried to steal the divine cow of sage Vasisht. So sage Vasisht came to know about this through his yogic powers, and from there only he cursed all these 8 divine bodies that they have to go on to earth and suffer the pains like a human being. Then all 8 divine bodies, the 8 Vasus, went to sage Vasisht and asked for forgiveness, asked for pardon. Then he said that, alright, 7 of you will get relieved of this curse as soon as you take birth in a very small time. But the 8th Vasu, who actually plotted this plan of stealing my cow, he has to live the full curse. So that's why these 7 Vasus took birth as son of Ganga, and Ganga had flown them away in river, and they were relieved of the curse. Second, the 8th son, at the moment she was about to flow him away also, but Shantanu stopped him. So this son, this 8th Vasu, will have to suffer the curse. Then she said that, as promised, now you have stopped me from doing whatever I was doing. You questioned me, I replied to your question. Now I am going back to my land of gods, from where I came. I am divine river Ganga. I have to go back to there, and I am taking this 8th son with me. I will ensure that he gets the best possible education, either political or moral or warfare. I will make all the gods teach him, and when I feel that he is good enough to take up the responsibility of kingdom of Hastinapur, I will come back and return your son to you. And hence, one of the most important character of Mahabharat after Lord Krishna. Actually, I personally feel that this 8th son of Shantanu and Ganga was actually the second most important character of Mahabharat. Devvrat took birth. She named him Devvrat and took him with her and to the land of gods for his proper education, and with a promise that after some time she will come back and return the son to King Shantanu. So this was the story of Shantanu and Ganga. Now the applicability, now the relevancy, how this story is relevant to us. Remember any time when you were in deep love with anyone, any time when you were just ready to do anything for that person, to get that person, you will understand the situation of King Shantanu then. That's why it is said that don't do anything when you are in anger, and don't promise anything when you are in love, because at both the moments your mind is not working. You are taking actions, you are taking decisions because of your emotions. So this is the learning, this is the applicability of this story in our life, and this is an important story because one of the most important character of Mahabharat, Devvrat, took birth. Thank you all for watching this video. See you next time. Thank you.